there is my star date, Kobe. Pack pulled as a kid. It got an 8.5. There are no 10s up here. This got corners 9, surface 9, edges 8, centering 8, fading 9. So it did get dinged on fading. Hey, YouTube. So I have a package here from C3 Grading, okay? So this, as you can see up here, it says March 22nd, 2024. I'm recording this in early July. I sat on this for way too long. This is from C3 Grading. So this is a grading company. The way I got in touch with them, or they got in touch with me, is I just bought like one of these slabs on Whatnot. And, you know, it's like Michael Jordan. It's actually this one. I'll pull it up here. So I bought this in a C3 grading slab, and I cracked it, and I resubmitted to PSA, got an 8. But when I cracked it, I, you know, talked about C3 slabs. I wasn't like, this is the best slab company in the world. It was more of like, you know, this was actually a hard slab to crack. And the owner came and you know, responded in the comments, and you know, we talked a little bit, and I had him on my podcast. And so I when it comes to companies, I like working with people, not things, not companies. Like, I like to work with people, and I got a good vibe from him. His name is Eddie. And so basically, when it comes to C3 grading, this was my first ever submission. I did sit on it because, I took a break from the hobby, but this was sent to me March 22nd. I don't remember exactly how long the return around time was, but the grading was, it's usually $9 flat, no upcharges, none of that stuff. And if you use my code, I do have a code, so I'm not getting paid to make this content. Like, they're not a sponsor, but I do have an affiliate code. So if you use the code, you can get grading any cards for $8 a card. So, and I have my Lucky Gem Rate hat on. This is actually a true blind reveal video because I don't know these grades at all. You know, Eddie was like, open them up, and I was like, I just wasn't even checking messages on Instagram. But here I am ready to open this up. I could use a box cutter, but I'm gonna just do it by hand. And I'm really excited to see what this is all about. I really liked, well, I'll explain what I like about them. And again, this isn't gonna be for everyone. We all know that the resale king is PSA. We know that if you want to maximize the value, the monetary value of your cards, PSA is the way to go. But when it comes to this particular company, I liked the look of their slabs, and I, you know, really just appreciate kind of like, you know, them being actual people and communicating and things like that. So C3 grading, it says next level card grading, 2 boxes. I don't know which one's which. This I might need. I'm gonna use a knife, a dinner knife for this. I'm gonna open this up. Let's do this one too while we're at it. And let's go ahead and see what C3 grading is all about. All right, nice tight packaging here. I am gonna have to use my dinner knife yet again. And you know, I'm still getting used to this multi-cam. You know, this is only my second video that I'm making with this setup. Ooh, this is very fancy, nice. This is my unboxing. Gotta cut through all of this. Now, I will say, as I open this up, I did send in, the best card I sent in was a Kobe star date. I was really excited. Like, it's a pack pulled card when I was a kid, and I guess I would have been like 14 or 15 at the time. At the time, like, you know, Kobe was, you know, just a rookie, didn't really think much of it. There's actually I pulled quite a number of Kobe cards in my day, and this was one of them. And I just sent in a bunch of, like, I don't know, wrestling, basketball, that's my main thing, but I also sent in some other things, mostly for PC, mostly for, like, just kind of like, again, like, I don't know like what the resale value is of this company, but I figured I would give them a shot. And again, I like working with people. I like working with underdog companies. I just like you know, collaborating with people who are, you know, doing good things for the hobby. So there's this, and oh man, so shout out C3 Grading. I'm gonna have to take this off camera. I'll put it on this camera here. I can't do it underneath that camera and not break things. So, oh my gosh, I gotta work out more. You know, that's what I realized during my time off in the hobby. I just need to get in shape. I can't open up, and it's not their packaging fault or anything like that. It's more of, well, I could probably have the better tools, the right tools too. But all right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Let's start with, let's go like this. All right. Let me get it nice and perfectly. I love the way slabs stack. That's like one of my favorite things. Okay, so this is a 9.5 gem mint. And so the thing I like about C3 grading is they do like this fading. You know, with the newer cards, you're not going to see a lot of fading, but with the older cards, you know, certainly you could have some fading. But this got 9s across the board with fading a 10, so that gave it a 9.5 gem mint. Shack Pink Cracked Ice Prism. They color match their labels to the, you know, to the card, so I really like how that looks. And that's a 2019-20 Panini Prism. Next one is my Gator Bradley Beal, not part of the Wizards anymore. He is a Phoenix Sun. This got a perfect 10 across the board, and that is out of 23. Florida Gators. I actually like my Gators in their Gator uniforms. I know a lot of people have issues with collegiate cards, but I'm not one of them. Let's see, we have a Giannis. Oh, here's the other thing about C3. They do horizontal labels. So as you can see, this horizontal card gets a horizontal label treatment. 10s across the board. 10 gem mint Giannis fast break, or I'm sorry, silver disco prism. And this is, again, another Gator, Tim Tebow. And this got, I don't want to say dinged, but it got a 9 for surface, so it is a 9.5. So 10s across the board other than the surface, which got a 9. And this is a color wheel case hit Tim Tebow from Draft Pick Select. This PC card, I am Korean, and this is the Republic of Korea Prism. Silver Hollow. This is actually a gift from Korea. I got it as a gift when I went to Korea, and I went to Hobby Korea. Shout out to that local card shop in Korea. But a friend I met on Instagram who lives in Korea gifted me this card, and so now it's in an C3 slab, 8.5 near mint, Republic of Korea, and you can see the grades right there. Michael Chang, not Korean, but still, I remember as a kid, I was like, wow, this Asian guy is just crushing the ball and tennis. And this got a 9.0. It looks like surface and centering got 8s. And I could see that. Now that I see the card, I can see why. These chromium cards, it really has to be like perfect to get, you know, great grades. And then they have, I guess, the scanning report and all that, kind of like the way PSA does. All right, I love, again, the Gator theme, Al Horford, and I love 2008-2009 Topps Chrome. Can't wait for Fanatics and Topps to come out with their Topps Chrome licensed NBA. This got 10s perfect across the board. I love this. Again, horizontal, color match, out of $4.99. Just love this card, and I love this slab. Really, really beautiful. Well done. Dirk. Not a huge Dirk collector, but I do like the look of older Panini Prism. And this is a green hollow. Got a 9.0. Some 8s there. Some 9s and 10 on fading. So, you know, these newer cards aren't going to get fading issues, but this one did get a 9.0 because of some 9s and 8s. Rodman, I used to really like Rodman. Again, it's as a Korean American, it's complicated. I guess that's the way to put it. It's a little complicated, but this got tens across the board. Purple wave prism, early year prism again, and you know, again, the label, purple label with that. Here we go with the wrestling now. I don't know if I should make this a part 2, but I'm at the like about the 10-minute mark. But if I do, I'll just kind of let go X, and then we can do a part 2. And then I go, okay, part 2. This is a 2022 Panini Prism Shawn Michaels. It is a red hollow prism out of 299. Got a 9 on that. As you can see, centering was the biggest issue, and with an 8. But corners, surface edges, fading 9s and 10s. Then we have a Topps Big League. So legendary gold foil is the the other thing about it, when you submit to C3 grading, is you don't have to give them the description. They do the research for you and they tell you what it is. Here they did get it right. It is the legendary gold foil, which is more rare. I forget exactly how Big League does it, but once you get to the 300s, it's just I don't know if it's like box hits, case hits, or something like that, but it is harder to get. But this is a Willie Mays, again, you know, color match. It's not gold up here, but it does look like, you know, it has a nice little thing. I knew that this wasn't going to was not going to get a great grade, because that top right corner, as you can see, some edge and corner issues. So I'm totally understandable and okay with this being an 8.5. Again, I'm not going to try to sell this card or, you know, get rid of it or trade it. This is a PC card. I think it's just cool. Or actually, I could gift it. I know who may really like this card, so I can gift it to a Willie Mays fan, even if they only collect vintage. This is a McDonald's All-American Topps Chrome, and this is a logo refractor. I love the McDonald's sign in the back. Just something small, but you know, I like that type of collaboration, kind of like the Dunkin' Donuts back from the 90s with Dunkin' Donuts. So this got a perfect 10s across the board, and yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to color match like the McDonald's. I guess they couldn't themselves put McDonald's logos up here, because then they would probably infringe on some, you know, intellectual property. But yeah, it's just a cool card. It's not numbered. It's just a base refractor, or logo, I guess, logo refractor. Then we have, this was in another holder. It was in a PSA. I can't remember what it was, but it was close to what this was, and I just kind of wanted to crack it out. This is a 2004-2005 Fleer Tradition LeBron base blue, and this got a 9.5 with 9s and 10s in the 5 subgrades. And so yeah, I like the, you know, pre-Panini stuff as well. Here we go with more Go Gators. 9.5 David Lee in his Knicks uniform, 2008-2009. Again, the orange refractors. I just love orange refractors so much. And this one is a 9.5. Shawn Michaels, but this one, last one I think was out of 299. This one's out of 149. And it's a Shawn Michaels purple hollow prism, and again, color match of the label and the bordering, just really nice. Just really like how that looks. I just wanted to give some love to the side camera. 9.0. I guess centering was the biggest issue, kind of like the other one too. Then we have a MJ Top 10 Hoops 95-96. This one got an 8. It does look like 7 on edges, and that's understandable because I didn't think that, you know, this was gonna gem or do really well. But I really like how they color matched the background of that to this. I really like how that looks. And again, these slabs are like, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna try and crack this one or like that, but these slabs are really sturdy and really hard to crack. They're just really, I mean, the whole thing about grading, I know everyone thinks, oh, you grade to you know, increase the value, and PSA is the king of resale value, but I just want to have these cards for my collection and my PC, and I just want to have, like, you know, these cards encapsulated, and in a way, like, yeah, it's you know, grading was initially for encapsulation and authentication, not for, you know, grading. I mean, not for value, or maybe it was, who knows. Oh, this one, I bought this one on eBay. Oh, and this one I think I bought from Curtis 90s card kid collect 90s kid card collector. I always get that wrong. But you know, thanks. I think he said he would buy 8s and 9s and then crack them out. So sorry, Curtis. I did put this in a a new slab, but yeah, he sold that to me as like either a PSA or a BGS 8 or a 9. This one I bought raw on eBay. I didn't think it was gonna do well either, mainly because of the edge, which got an 8. Corners also got 7s. I knew, you know, it had soft corners for sure. The thing I didn't like about buying this card was that the seller put it in like the worst packaging. I mean, it wasn't like a Ziploc bag, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, and you know, it was not good shipping. So yeah, I think they didn't even put it in a penny sleeve. So it makes me sad when nice you know, when this isn't a super expensive card, but like anytime there's like an older card, it's not done well. Ooh, speaking of older cards. There is my Stardate Kobe. Pack pulled as a kid. It got an 8.5. There are no 10s up here. This got corners 9, surface 9, edges 8, centering 8, fading 9. So it did get dinged on fading. I would love to know how they grade the fading, because you know, it's a subgrade that we don't really know much about. But yeah, I can see some edge wear. I mean, I knew that this wasn't going to gem either, or I was hoping it would, but you know, 8.5, that's not bad. I mean, I've had cards in my shoe boxes, you know, over multiple moves and all that. It wasn't gonna be a gem, because you know, back in the day we did not do anything with these cards other than, like, I don't even remember if we had like, you know, like the like one touch. I mean, we had screw downs, you know, we didn't have one touches. So anticlimactic, because that is the best card, or the biggest card. But here we have a 96-97 Topps Michael Jordan profiles from David Robinson. Again, I think this was a purchase from Curtis. And again, he buys 8s and 9s. And again, I do apologize, Curtis, for putting this into a another slab. But this one is an 8.0. Fading got a 7. And no 10s across the board in the subgrades. And then last but not least, or maybe it is the least, who knows, but this is just a simple Larry Johnson Green Hollow Prism from early Panini. Again, I sent this in because I wanted to see the color match. I don't know if you could tell, but most of these cards that I send in for submission for grading that had some sort of like interesting bordering, you know, like the orange or like purple. Again, this one was the coolest because they actually did a good job matching that and that. But I just wanted to, like, you know, send things in that might have a really cool, you know, color match on the label. So that one has a little bit yellow, and then you got the purple there. So yeah, they did a fantastic job with this. I'm really impressed by these in hand, holding them in my hand. You know, Eddie and C3 grading, great job with these. You know, this is the last card. I didn't get any 10s on subgrades here. It's an 8.5. But again, anticlimactic because, and I gotta stop spitting on my cards. But this was the main one. That is a beautiful, I do love the little yellow accent in the label there. And I guess they have the grading report, so you could, you know, I'll check that out later. But, you know, these two are my favorite cards out of the bunch. You know, and I like some of the wrestling that I had, and like some of the other stuff that I had in here. You know, like the Rodman and stuff. But in general, oh yeah, and then the color wheel was, you know, I guess they didn't do like a rainbow label. They just did kind of like the simple, I don't know, I don't think that's black or dark blue, but it kind of matches like the top there. But yeah, in general, I wanted to send some horizontal cards to get the horizontal label. I sent in, I mean, again, most of these are PC, and I just want to thank C3 and Eddie for this grading submission, and I do believe they returned it back very quickly. I'll have to look at my notes as to see exactly how long it took, but it was quick. Their customer service was super friendly. $8 per card to grade is awesome. I know some people are there just to grade to, you know, to flip or to sell, but for me, that's not what grading is all about. So again, I do sometimes beat to, you know, my own drum, but this was a really nice thing. So again, promo code Denny, I guess. But thank you Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.